it's kind of hard. It's kind of I find it's kind of hard. I mean, I compare all the time my cousins, how they were raised and how we were raised. My mom was a nurse, and my dad, was an accountant, so to speak, and they served Samoan community. But my mom was a nurse at Kaiser and stuff like that. So they put in the hard hours, and they put in. They actually, it's so funny because I think they really made a conscious decision that this is how they're going to raise their kids.
Yeah.
And far and above unique to what was happening in the Samoan community. And I know it's kind of hard, when Samoan families come from Samoa, to assimilate into American culture. It's not easy. And so I don't have a formula for how it is. All I know is that if you work hard enough, if you're persistent enough, like your editor friend, if she's persistent enough and she goes and says, and presents herself before someone who's an editor, I mean, the only thing is that she would have to make sure that if she gets the job, that she does the best job. But she has to do a better job than, say, your normal, assistant editor.
Yeah.
She'd have to, she'd have to put in the hours. She'd have to really go probably a little bit above and beyond, what. Because I don't know too many Polynesian editors.
Right.
I don't know too many Polynesian. When I go to Hawaii, I gotta admit, it's kind of interesting because I didn't really realize this, but my particular position as first assistant director on the film and also co-producer on a film brings an amazing respect from the drivers and everybody else who has a Polynesian culture.
Right.
And I grew to appreciate that when I was there, and thank them for that. But you can tell that they respect that whole, the fact that I was an assistant director, and they don't see that, to actually have me being able to run the set and tell them what time they're coming to work and what time we're going to wrap and things like that. They don't get that. So when they saw me, it was like, wow, this is what can happen.
Yeah.
So it's not it's easy to say it, but I know that my cousins and I, we love each other, but you can tell when we get together in a social setting that it's that we didn't you go. So you guys grew up in the same household? No, you didn't. And although that's interesting, I wish they were with me. I wish my cousins who went to Samoa maybe stayed with me. Because my mom and dad wanted some of my cousins. The Samoan way is to adopt some of your cousins. And,
extended brothers and sisters.
Yeah, and there was 12 cousins, and I was just talking about Tyrone and David, and they sort of all picked up midway through their junior high school lives. They've been used to American life, and they went to Samoa, and that was like a complete social experiment that I don't think went well, for the kids that were my age. And my mom and dad wanted my cousins who were my age to stay with us. There was only 3 of us at the house, and we could have probably had some of my cousins, but my aunt said, no, I don't think so. So in many respects, I wish they would have stayed with me, but we have what we have. So
that's true. So another question.